Welcome back. Earnings alert. Global women's health giant Hologic reporting third quarter earnings last night. The company reporting earnings of 58 cents a share on $824 million in revenue, both above analyst expectations for the quarter. The medical technology company also raising its full-year earnings and revenue guidance. And joining me right now in a Fox Business exclusive is the CEO of Hologic, Steve MacMillan. Great to see you, Steve. Thanks very much for joining us.
Great to see you again, Maria. Thanks for having us.
What drove the quarter from your standpoint?
I think the best part was really the standout in both our breast health business as well as our international business. And breast health just continues to be very strong with our 3D mammography. We continue to get more clinical claims. You know, we're now approved for dense breasts. We're the only ones that have 3D for dense breasts. And we just keep gaining market share in the U.S. And then internationally, where we made a lot of investments a couple of years ago, also really paying off. We've had 7 straight quarters of double-digit international growth.
I want to talk about international growth for sure, and I also want to get your take on the tariffs conversation we're having. But in terms of the breast health and the 3D mammography machines, this is a really important product. It's really driven your business for the last couple of years, I would say. Tell us about the false positives. When you have something so specific like that, 3D mammography, are there more false positives for women than not?
No, I'm so glad you asked that. The great part about the 3D is it's dramatically reducing the number of false positives. So what we have going on is we're both finding more cancers earlier, but we've been dramatically reducing the false positives. So, and as you know, that's one of the big problems with, 2D and the older technologies. And then the result of that is you're asking women to go in and have biopsies that don't even need them. So I think the great part about 3D, and it's probably the hidden gem, while it was designed to detect cancers better, it's actually reduced the false positives by large percentages. So we've got a lot fewer women having to get biopsies that don't need them.
There's been a feeling that you have to get a mammography when you're 50. Is that still the line of that doctors are prescribing?
Well, very much, and really,
or even lower or younger.
Mostly 40, unless you have a history of breast cancer.
Oh, usually
in your family,
40 unless you have a history, then you do it at 50.
Then then you should even come younger if there's a history in the family, because there are women in their 20s and 30s that we are often diagnosing depending on if they had a history.
But is there a danger to getting a mammography too soon?
There's always some concerns about radiation exposure. The reality is the radiation exposure is less than a cross-country airplane flight.
Okay.
So I think it's one of those myths that's a lot bigger.
Interesting.
You never
that's an important myth. I mean,
well, yeah, you hear people talk about it, and in fact, it's very little exposure.
Tell me about the international business. Where was the growth, and what are you expecting to be the big drivers in the coming years?
Sure. I think what we're really excited about is it actually are both our European and our Asian business, but our European business is showing some really strong growth behind really all of our franchises, our breast health business, our diagnostics business, as well as our surgical business. And we put new leadership into our European business a few years ago. They've really gotten their sea legs and are really driving the business behind all of our products.
So do you think that you're going to get tariffed on your mammography machines?
We are a little worried about that. We'll see where this goes out. I mean, I think, as you were talking earlier, I'm not sure tariffs are really the great way to fight some of these battles. China has now talked about putting tariffs on mammography machines. We're actually one of the rare companies that still produces 100% of our mammography machines are actually made in Danbury, Connecticut.
Fantastic.
Right up the road. We're probably the last people that actually produce in Connecticut, of all things. But, so we are a net exporter of our machines, because of the quality, everything else. We've made it so there's that uncertainty as we go into next year. The analysts, of course, are trying to figure out what would be the impact. So, we'd prefer that the tariff stuff kind of dies down here and gets settled.
How has your business been in China? Did you have to partner up with the Chinese company, and did you feel that you were having to force technology and innovation to the Chinese?
It's always been that challenge. We had actually made a couple of small acquisitions there that, frankly, didn't pan out very well. It's the classic, you buy them and then the people leave and kind of start up a competitor.
Exactly. So after you've transferred your technology. That's what this president's trying to stop.
Exactly. So that's, as you were talking earlier, it's the intellectual property theft that's probably the bigger issue there.
Right, sure.
And is the harder issue to address. So we're now building our business more steadily with our own employees there that we can monitor the practices. It's a little slower build, but it's much more enduring and should prevail over time.
Tell us about Cynosure. This was the sort sort of the blow up that everybody was worried about in the last quarter. Yeah. Have things stabilized? What can you tell us about Cynosure right now?
Sure. You know, this was clearly an acquisition we did a little over a year ago to get into the medical aesthetics space. Culturally, it's been a bigger transition for us. You know, for a company that's deeply rooted in science and, you know, strong clinical evidence, we thought we could bring that to the medical aesthetics industry, and it's exactly what we are bringing to it. The cultural shift right in the beginning, we lost some salespeople as we clamped down on some practices. But I think the great part about this quarter was the team that has stayed plus the new team really starting to deliver. And I think that was the real, you know, excitement in the report last night, that we exceeded the estimates for the quarter on that business. And, you know, I think it's taken us a year, but we've got it on track now and feeling really good that we can bring more science to that part of the industry.
You've also announced that you're acquiring Faxitron Bioptics for $85 million, along with a shift in the corporate management structure. At this point, are there more holes to fill in terms of acquisitions? Tell us what this acquisition does.
Sure, this is a great one. You know, part of, as we're identifying cancers earlier in women, one of the growth areas is actually what we'd call breast conserving surgery. So instead of women having to have full-blown mastectomies, as we can find cancers smaller and earlier, one of the key areas is to be able to go in and just remove the cancer and not have to take out the whole breast. So Faxitron actually has some of the localization technologies to help the surgeons market and be able to just go in and get just the cancer. You know, in the old days, you think about surgery, how it's evolved in everything, whether it's hips, knees, you know, breast, anything. We used to just go in and, you know, carve out as much as we can, and everything's trying to get smaller and smaller. So Faxitron is going to fit beautifully into that space for us.
That's fantastic. The House voted to repeal the medical device tax last week. If this tax ends up being implemented in 2020, what effect does it have on the company? We've talked about this medical device tax for a while. Yes. Give us a status check. Yeah,
you know, we were very pleased with the House vote. We would love to see the Senate come along and do the same thing. As you know, the medical device industry is very different, say, than most industries in that it's characterized by a lot of small startup companies. And that 2.3% sales tax, you know, it's an excise tax, it's not an income tax, is a huge barrier to innovation in the industry. So, you know, I think all of us, when that tax first went away, boosted our R&D spending, everything else, and putting it into innovation, which is where we want to see, and that's what's fueling the innovation in the industry. So we would love to get that more permanently repealed, and we're very pleased with the House action.
Between that and the tariffs, are you poised to raise prices?
You know, increasingly, it's a tougher market to raise prices. You know, we've got to look at some of those things, particularly if the tariffs go into effect in China. You know, it's probably going to have to be some higher pricing over there. You know, if the tax came back, we're going to have to pass some of that on. We can't absorb all of it ourselves. So, you know, we were big winners from the tax cuts earlier in the year, and that's been great because we've used that to fuel additional investments. All
right, we will leave it there. Steve, great to see you.
Great. Thanks Maria.
So
Thanks
much.
for having us.
We'll be watching the development. Steve MacMillan, Hologic CEO.